Yo, what's up, YouTube? If you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how you can make the best farming build in Arcane Lineage, the best, just solo grind progress build, and just get all the loot that you need to get, and continue to fight bosses even without a party. As a new player too, this is easy for new players, easy for old players, easy for everyone. This build is super good, and you actually, like, even though I have a lot of mastery points, you won't need that much mastery for this build at all. I'm going to go over the mastery points, not the mastery points, the soul points that you want to have on this build right now. So the first soul points that you want to have on this build, most important soul points at least for this build, is going to be crit damage. You want to use this, get base strength, go to crit, or no, not base strength. You want to go to crit, get crit 2, crit 3, crit 4, and then crit damage and crit damage 2. That's the main thing you need for this build. Once you get that, you can honestly you honestly don't have to do much with these. I mean, of course you want to have essence gain, so you level up really fast, but none of this stuff actually matters. I mean, you can get luck if you want to, but it's not really, it's more of a late game stat that you don't really need as much. And in the middle path, right here, you can, well, the first thing you want to do is, of course, max out your HP. Doesn't really matter what else you take. That's old damage reduction. You can probably take damage reduction. You have the soul points for it. If you're an old player, if you're a new player, make sure you get the crit damage first. You don't even need health like that on this build because you're going to go full speed. You're going to go full speed on this build. Every time you level up, you're just going to go speed stat. Now, but the first thing you want to do is, I'm assuming you already hit level 5, so you can get your base class. Because you've already fought monsters out here, put in your essence. You're level 5 now, and you're looking to get your base class. The first thing you want to do to get your base class for Thief, which is probably pretty obvious by now, but you want to go to Blacksmith right here. And the Blacksmith from the start area is, you look at this, the billboard right here with the quest, and you do literally just a 180 turn and run all the way down here, and the Blacksmith is right there. Then you want to turn around from the Blacksmith and come down this way into this little corridor. Just follow my exact steps, talk to this guy, and he'll teach you for 200 gold max thief class, which is very simple, of course. Now that you have thief class, you're probably just going to prog up to level 15, 23, whatever level you're going for your super class, whatever level you want to start it at. And as soon as you're level 23, you honestly don't want to farm any further without your super class. So you're going to come here, you're going to see the guild quest again, you're going to see this guy, and you're going to this time just turn all the way around, right? And you're going to run this way, and you're going to come to the side over here. Now at this point, you should be a little fast, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Like, if you get a fight like this encounter right here, you can just dodge all the stuff and then make sure you escape the fight. And make sure you don't... Just a reminder, you don't need all of this stuff that I'm wearing. The build is still really good without it, as you can solo bosses regardless of how much damage you do. Well, you're still going to do damage, which is the point, regardless of how much damage you do. You're going to mine 2 A-stick and 2 ferrous ore. Once you're in this cave, of course, if you just follow my steps, you'll end up in the cave. You want to mine 2 A-stick and 2 ferrous. A-stick is this black one, ferrous is the silver one. Not silver, but you know what I mean. I'm just going to mine 2 of each. I'm going to mine extra. Actually, I already have some. Yeah, I already had some. And then you're just going to head out this cave right on this side. You're going to head out the cave and go right back to town. Of course, if you get encounters, you can just run away. Since they're not gonna be much of a problem. And, it's just an encounter. You just run directly this way if you're stuck right here. Since I got an encounter, you just run directly straight forward. Then you'll be back at Caldera. As you can see, it's right there. And now that you're back here, now you want to get your orderly quests. And of course, make sure you have some gold, because you're going to need to craft your armor eventually. So don't spend all your gold, that's what we just grabbed that ore for. Now that you have your ore, you want to go from here, you want to turn this way. Now the first thing you want to do is just run all the way down here. Finish with this way. Just run all the way straight down. Don't change any direction, just follow my steps and just go straight down here. course, again, counters, just dodge them, and then escape. You don't need to fight this stuff, especially if you're already level 23. There's no point in wasting your time. You're gonna head over here, turn right, and of course, this is the easiest class to prog in the game. So once you get your max super class, you can easily go deep root and just farm the rest of your levels from level 25 and up. Now that you're here, you're gonna see the Blade Dancer trainer. You're gonna turn right and just go into Tundra or Ice Rift approach. That's what it's called. And don't sprint over here; you might fall off the map. Just grab these cryostems. If you follow my exact steps, you should be right here. Cryostem, cryostem, cryostem. You come over here. Cryostem, cryostem, cryostem. You should have a couple cryostems. Let me see, I have 10. You need one more than that though. So if you have to rejoin the game to get that last cryostem, it's fine. Just rejoin server hop, get that last cryostem, and you'll be fine. Now after that you wanna head back outside of the place that you just came inside of. And just go down this place again. Or you can reset, and then you just run all the way back to town, which is just straightforward from the way you came. You just gonna run all the way back to town. From there, and once you get back to town, here you're gonna have to go on the outskirts of town, and it's gonna be very simple. This is super easy. The first thing you want to do now is you want to grab Ever Thistles from around the map. They usually spawn around trees. It's getting kind of dark, so it's hard to see them. They usually spawn around the trees. You're looking for Ever Thistles. You just look around the trees, check for any Ever Thistles. Just stay on the edge of this place because if you go out further, there's a chance you get mobs, and it's going to take longer. This tree right here especially has Ever Thistles. It usually always does. You can just server hop Ever Thistles until you find them as well. And you can just keep going back and forth between trees. This tree has some Ever Thistle right there. So make sure to go around the trees. Sometimes they have Ever Thistle on the sides and the back. You get encounters, just leave them. You'll put in fighting, or you can tap in that front, but you don't really need it since it's speed. You can just run away from everything, and by this point you should have at least 100 speed. So it shouldn't be too hard to just run away from every encounter, or move pretty quickly. And of course, just gonna keep looking at trees until you find, you're gonna need 33 Ever Thistle. You're gonna need 33 Ever Thistle for this, for this part. And you can just keep server hopping a couple trees, honestly, that have the Ever Thistle. And pray that nobody in the server has taken them. This one already spawned back, or you could just, go to a private server, just wait for them to respawn. And now that you have Ever Thistle and the cryostems, hopefully you have 11 Ever Thistle, 11 cryostems, and 33 Ever Thistle. Now you want to go from here, as you can see this way, right here. You want to turn to this side, right here. Again, the same way you actually went down earlier. You just run over here, in this place right here. It's gonna have this right here that you want to go to, and you're gonna put in the cryostem. Put in one cryostem. Then you're gonna put in one Ever Thistle, 2 Ever Thistle, 3 Ever Thistle, 3 Ever Thistle total. Then you're gonna click on this right here. And it's gonna give you a heartbreaking remedy. Heart boosting remedy? I don't know what that says. I can't see, it's too small. But it's gonna give you a potion, and you're gonna drink a couple of these. I can't drink anymore. You're gonna drink 11 of those total. That's why you grabbed 11 cryostems. But make sure before you start drinking the potions that you do heal, because you can get glitched and you'll have to do an extra quest if you don't. So make sure you do heal before starting to do those potions. And now let's move on to the very next quest, which is going to be, we want to turn, I think it's this way, right here. Yeah, so it's the same way again. It's the same way we went earlier. We come down here, talk to, oh no, it's not this guy. Never mind. Okay, it's the other way. Alright, I was wrong. You want to come this, once you're back here, once you have your Ever Thistles and your potions drinking, You want to look to the right from, again, the guild quirk. This is the base for everything. Just turn this way. Turn down here. It's going to be a guy right there. You're going to talk to him. He's going to say, oh, my friend he's in the desert. He needs a package from me. You're going to be like, okay, sure, I got you. And then you're going to go right back to the middle, right? You're going to turn around. You're going to see this area right here with no building, because all these other areas have a building right there. This one doesn't. It's very obvious. You're going to come over here. You're going to climb up here. On this house, right past those two. Climb up this house fully. Talk to this guy. Bifer. Bifer's going to say, oh, I needed a potion. I need a small healing potion. Can you give me one? You're going to be like, yeah, I got you. And of course, then you're going to go back right here again. And this time, again, you're going to go back right. No, you're not. You're going to turn around. I forgot. You're going to turn around, do a full 360, right? And you're going to run this way. You're going to run all the way to the desert. You can bring that points, but you can possibly just escape desert fights as well. Very easily. Now what you want to do is come right to the entrance of desert. Honestly, it's like right at the entrance, like right as soon as you get in. There's going to be a rock to the right, and you're going to grab the cornerstones here. Once you pick up, you're going to pick up 3 cornerstones. You only need 3 cornerstones. And you're going to escape this fight, yo. You only need 3 cornerstones, so that's all you need from that. If there isn't cornerstones right there, then you can run to the side over here, and there should be some right here. Yep. You just come all the way to the left, which is a pretty bad area to be at, honestly. But if there's no cornerstones there, this area always has some as well. Now, of course, you don't have to go over there. You're still back at the start entrance right here. Desert, you want to go all the way to the desert town, which is just to the left a little bit, or northwest. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna come over here to this area, and instead of going up here or anything, you're gonna come over here, right to this area right here. You're gonna see the town. Right behind it, you're gonna talk over here. Talk to this guy. You're gonna talk to this guy. He's gonna give you you're gonna give him the package, and he's gonna give you a small healing potion, which is gonna be probably the best part about this. But before you leave desert, you can probably grab this. Make sure you want to grab this. You want to grab this eventually. It's gonna be the Rogue Hunter armor. You want this instead of Ranger armor. It's better than Ranger armor in some ways, which just makes it better overall because it's better in the best ways. So just make sure you get that armor instead, which I'm wearing right now, of course. And then you want to head back to town, which is going to be the side this teleporter is on. And you see this teleporter right here, you can register if you want to by just talking to the guy. And then, with your speed, so we don't really need to. You just want to look forward, right here, in this direction, on the card, and just climb all the way back to town. All the way back to town, just straight in that direction. And then once you're back here, just the crossing. And you're right back to town. Now that you're back in town, you want to go back to the guild clerk area and turn around. Full 180 is and you want to come up here again to the same building. Now that you have the small healing, okay. Now that you have the small healing potion, you're gonna talk to this guy and give him the small healing potion. You'll be like, "Thanks for the help." You're gonna get two good deeds done, right? Now you can just go to deep root, honestly, because you shouldn't be scared. Since you're Ranger, you can escape every fight. I think you should be able to. You're Stultus. You have to be Stultus for this build. That's why I said it's a very easy noob build, because you should have a Stultus. You should have a Stultus. It's very simple to do with Stultus. So it's being one of the easiest races to get, and being currently one of the best just because of this build, honestly. And you want to go once you have that potion quest done, you're gonna go this way in between these two guys to Deep Root Canopy. Yes, going to Deep Root Canopy already. If you bought the Rogue Hunter armor actually earlier, you can go to Blacksmith first. Go ahead and craft that. It's gonna give you way more health if you're a new player, especially. But I doubt you had the gold for it, so. Ranger only costs 400 gold too. You should already be pure alignment right now, but that's why we just got one extra quest just in case you did end up messing up somewhere. So you can, even if you only didn't drink 11 potions, you'll still get it done. So you're gonna go to Deep Root, which is of course Guild Clerk and this guy. The area we've been looking the entire time. We'll just go this way. You're gonna pass up the sand golden part as well. I'm just gonna run all the way over. You're gonna see the bridge. You're gonna run on the bridge. To the left. As soon as you get in here, as soon as you get into Deep Root, you're just gonna follow the path. You're gonna follow the pathway in there. See your path right there. Alright. Oops, wait, I'm supposed to be. Whatever. I'll just kill all this stuff and show you guys that this build one-shots everything. And your damage doesn't increase, or your damage doesn't increase too much with level, you can still beat it once more. Blessed proc though, so it doesn't really count, I guess. But you can kill stuff without blessed. Pretty much one-shot as well. You can just stinger. Cess horrors aren't too much of a problem. They only have one attack that can go through your guard. And of course, when you get inside of Deep Root, you just want to follow this path that I told you about. You know, you come in, this path is right here, dude. You just want to follow it all the way. You follow it, and then you're going to keep following this new path that's even easier. And if you have Sentient Darkness, just run away. You're probably really a low level, so just run. And you're going to come to this path right here. You're going to stop following the path around here. And just come over here, which is much faster this way. You don't want to grab a teleporter here because it's bugged. And instead, you just want to come to this rock right here. Of course, then you want to climb this rock upwards into the Deep Root City. As you can see, the city's right there. I don't have my graphics up, so it's not loading in. That's the city right there. You're gonna come up down there from the rock and just come up into the city of Deep Root Canopy. Now that you're here, at Deep Root Canopy, you're gonna go literally straight forward. There's nowhere else to go. It's the only place you can go. You're gonna cross this bridge. Come over here. And boom. Talk to this NPC right here. It's just some Orcan. Some Orcan guy. Some Orcan. You're just gonna tell him that you want to learn more about yourself. Or you want to learn the class, I think that's what it is. And of course, this is your trainer right here. And now that you have your trainer done, you're pretty much complete. I mean, there isn't much else to do except craft your armor, which I showed you the location of. I showed you how to get pure alignment. I'm gonna put timestamps in the video, I think, to like help you guys figure out what exactly you need. While you're still here, you might want to buy black steel dagger, black steel knife. You can always come back though, because Deep Root's easily accessible with Ranger, and you know, like I said, this is a very, very, very good build for bosses, and I'm about to show you that right after this. Now that you have that, you can just go over. Wait, if you don't have it, I just remembered. I did do something. If you did mess up on your potions, you can come over here. There's this guy. He's gonna ask you for Cryostem ingredient. I mean, he's gonna ask you for Carnoschools, which I told you to grab earlier. And you're just gonna talk to this guy. Give him the Carnoschools. He's like, oh, thanks for the ingredients. And boom. Now you have it. And you can just come back over here if you didn't have enough before and talk to this guy again, you'll get the class. You don't want to grab the armor. Don't get that. It's not as good as you need it to be. I'm going to come around this way. You can just farm the rest of your way to max level, get your max 3 points, and just continue leveling up. I'm going to show you my max 3 points, but I don't think these are the best ideal ones, honestly. It might be. So, but I have the aggro tree because I'm 100% speed, so when I'm fighting bosses, they all aggro onto me instead of anybody else. And then I went right as well. I didn't go this tree. I just didn't feel like it was that worth it. But I went right instead. And I got enrichment for efficiency, which deals additionally heals the target with with the scale on Arcane and speed. And now that you have that, you can just close that again. Of course, you're gonna need breakthrough points or echo shards, but those are gonna be super easy to get with this build. I'm gonna show you guys that right now. Now, of course, you're not gonna have a skyward totem like I do off rip, but you can just corrupt your boss. I mean, you can just get lucky with a corrupt maybe, or fight a corrupt boss, or you can just fight the normal boss. She also drops them pretty commonly, so don't take fall damage like I did. It just doesn't matter since I can escape all fights, so kill them in one hit, which is probably the best part about Ranger. Which next, I'm gonna get into the gears. Now, while you're playing Ranger, one of the most important things is your gears. Of course, you want to have a Forest Charm on you. It buffs your your nature damage by 25%, which is Ranger's pretty much just nature class, which is going to be really good for you. And you're going to want a coagulated finger because your fights are going to last. Your fights are going to be dragged out a really long time. So you just make sure you want to grab a coagulated finger if you're lucky. But you don't even really need it, I'm not going to lie. You'll still do crazy damage without it and be able to kill all these bosses solo without the coagulated finger. But you can also get one super easily by just farming in Deep Root, which you can do so easily with this class. I mean, you literally cannot die in Deep Root. You just dodge everything and one-shot them all with Flourish. And now you need Expedite Anklet, which you also get from Deep Root. Another extremely easy. One of the easiest gears to get out of the rare gears. All you have to do is kill Fog Spirits for them, and you'll just Flourish and one-shot the Fog Spirits, so it's usually very easy. And of course, you want a Traveler's Lamp, which is it's medium difficulty. You might get one, you might not for a while, but you can always trade for one when you're done fighting bosses and stuff. It's also very good. It'll allow you to start off first turn with Immolation, and which also brings me into the next part, which is skills. All the skills that you're gonna want to have to put on while you're fighting, what you're using stuff for. Now your best skills here are honestly going to be Immolation. You're going to want Immolation a lot, and then you're going to want, of course, Godspeed, which you get from the Expedite Anklet. You're not going to actually need Holy Light or anything like that, but you can always use it. Like if she spawns in a Saint and damages you, you can always use Holy Light to just get your HP back, because the Saints can use an unguardable attack, even though she can. You know, she won't be able to damage you unless you miss a guard, miss a dodge, I mean. And eventually you can miss a dodge on purpose just to, you know, get your dodge bar back if you don't have a coagulated fingernail, at least, because of course the fingernail is going to keep you from needing to do that. And of course, Flourish, 11 damage, holy. You know, you're just going to max out all of these. I mean, you're going to get all of this stuff. You don't need days, but I mean, it's pretty good in my opinion. I have bulk up and Immolation here. I wish I used it at the start of the fight. I feel like it just works well for me. I have self cure. This is more for other bosses, not really for like bosses that have a bunch of attacks that you can't dodge. That's what self cure is usually for. And I don't usually fight this build with bosses like that though, so it doesn't really matter. And Stinger, of course, is here. And Focus Step is going to be your bread and butter. You need Focus Step. This skill is really, really good. Alright, now let's get out of here. And as you know the gears and the skills that you want to have, I'm going to get into these boss fights. And just show you guys, I mean, how to fight these bosses. I mean, you pretty much have everything now. You should be full max Ranger. Don't worry about this stuff. You can use you can just have a regular black steel dagger with no enchant and no artifact, and you'll be just fine. I literally was doing that earlier. Might even actually just take this off and put on a black steel knife just to show you guys. No, I'm not. I don't feel like doing that. It's gonna make this video way too long. The fight will take like 10 minutes instead of how long it usually takes for me, which is like 7, maybe 8. Well, that's because I'm gonna do this Skyward Totem and corrupt it, because I want to show you guys that this build is even better than, you know, all those other shady bum builds. And I'm going to corrupt the boss. Actually, should I fight it with somebody just to show you guys the 100% aggro? Or I feel like you guys would rather me fight it solo, since this is what the whole video is about. So I'll fight it solo. Oh god, I don't want to waste that. Okay, whatever. I'll Skyward Totem. I'll get another one later. run Skyward Totem here, and then you can just you wanna say I want to face Seraphon again, or you wanna say I want to fight Seraphon. Of course, you wanna have to take over 20 Covenant. Over 20 Covenant. I feel like that's just gonna be not important, honestly. And honestly, I wasn't max HP, but it's fine. I don't need max HP for this boss. No one should really. If you're a ranger, at least. She's way too easy. So you're gonna start this fight off. I might speed it up a little bit, just so you guys can. I mean, you can still see what skills I'm using if you slow it down or have good eyes. But I'm gonna speed this fight up a little bit, so you guys don't have to suffer through it. It's gonna take a little while, and it's gonna make this video pretty long. I guess I'll stop talking here. Let you guys, say what you think.